All right, welcome back to Good Morning Vail. This is our epic local segment where we highlight fascinating people from around the valley. Mia Sypniewski is joining us. She's a friend of mine. I'm friends with her husband, and our kids play together. And Mia's, we're going to get into it in just a little bit about what it is you're doing, but thanks for being here, dear.
Thanks for having me,
I'm glad we made
Mark.
this happen. This is kind of fun. You've been in Vail for a little over 5 years.
Yeah, December was 5 years.
Your husband is an ex-NFL pro football player.
Ex-NFL football player, played in Boulder. So we were in Boulder for years prior to being out east, and then moved back up here, actually for him to have a couple more knee surgeries with Dr. Stedman 5 years ago.
I saw him just moving up Wildridge the other day, like
yeah.
in his zone.
He's
going
got some
crazy.
Determination. Yeah.
He does, doesn't he? How's his leg doing? Legs are doing all right?
It's there. It will never be great, but it's manageable. So, and he works through it. So yeah.
Fitness is a big part of his life and your life.
Absolutely.
It has been for quite some time.
Yeah, definitely. I think, we both grew up athletes. Obviously, he was a professional athlete.
What did you do? What were you into?
I was a track athlete. High jumper.
How tall are you?
When I check in for a show, I'm 5'11" and a half. I say I'm 6 foot.
We're going to rewind that. So when you check in for a show, so this is where we're going with this interview. So Mia, you're into, it's a form of bodybuilding, really it is.
Yeah. 100%.
Fitness, what did you call it? Fitness?
Figure
competitor. Figure competitor.
But yeah, bodybuilding is the sport. There's a couple different divisions. So there's bikini, figure, physique for women, and then obviously different classes for men.
I'm absolutely enamored by the dedication and the work you put into this. Really, I mean, I am. We talked about it the other day, and I had 1,000,001 questions about what it was that drew you to it, what were you attracted to about it. So tell us about that, because this is a big deal. This is not normal around the Vail Valley either.
Definitely not the norm around the valley, and kind of a different breed bodybuilding competitors. But
what got you into it?
What drew me to it? So I'd been an athlete growing up, obviously not professional level like my husband, but always a part of my life and always my passion, really. Having 2 young kids, young-ish, they're not so young anymore. I kind of wanted just an outlet for working out for a goal other than my enjoyment. Just having that goal, really. So. And
then training around here, where do you have a personal trainer, I think you said, but this personal trainer
I have a coach
that lives out of state, though.
So yeah, once a year maybe I train down there. It's in Arizona, and I train here on my own.
You work out at home? You do stuff at home?
Yeah, having young kids, some days at home is what I get. So,
do you count your macros?
I do.
I had to say that because.
But what's a macro, Mark?
I don't know. What is a macro? I want to know what a macro is.
Macronutrients. And to be honest, that is actually one of the things that got me into competing was being an athlete my whole life. I had always kind of eaten whatever I wanted, and I always had in my mind that bodybuilding you had to eat rice and potatoes and fish and asparagus, and I said that was never appealing to me. So there's been a huge push, I don't know, recently the last few years I feel like, in flexible dieting and counting macros. Macros being macronutrients, your proteins, your fats, and your carbs. Your sources of energy and all.
So you do that all the time? Or are you doing that all the time, regularly with every meal?
Right now with this prep being about 5 weeks out, I actually am following a bit of a meal plan, and then I have some days where I do track macros.
Okay.
The amount of food I'm eating right now, tracking macros becomes a little time intensive. So it just, for me mentally, it's a bit of a break to have a meal plan for certain days.
Okay, you said 5 weeks out, so there's something coming up in 5 weeks.
Yep.
You talked about it. What is it? What is it? Tell us.
So I'm doing a national show in Pittsburgh, Masters Nationals in July. So yeah.
So we can kind of keep our viewers posted, maybe have you back after the Nationals, find out how it went.
Absolutely.
Maybe we could do a pose off.
Yeah, I don't know. You might have me, Mark.
I love it. Mia, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
We're going to get your husband in here over the weekend for Rad Dads for Father's Day.
Absolutely.
Mia Sypniewski going to the Masters Nationals in Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh, in July. We have Epic Morning coming. We have Epic Morning with Eric coming up next.
Awesome.